So welcome to FDSM. Welcome to Eden School of Management.
I'm delighted to be back here. I missed seeing the students, I missed seeing the staff here. This is a wonderful place. I'm sorry that we were kept away for 4 years. It's super to be back.
So I'm very excited. I've never been to Shanghai before, and last year I taught online. So I'm very excited to be here in person and to meet all the students in person and all the wonderful faculty here. So it's a treat for me. So I found the students, they're very good, very smart, they work hard. So I've really enjoyed that. My class has quite a bit of quantitative tools in it, so it's kind of hard class. It has some data analysis, there's some programming, and they're really giving it their all and really doing a good job learning new tools. So I'm very impressed with them.
I think what makes FDSM students special is how thoughtful they are. I get very clever and interested questions from the students. It makes teaching a pleasure because they're so engaged and so thoughtful. They go beyond the material that I present to ask me tough questions, sometimes things I haven't even thought of. That's really makes it a great teaching experience for me.
Well, I just gave them, I know they're not very proficient in Python. They just started learning Python, and gave them a pretty hard problem set, and nearly everyone got it perfectly right. So I thought it was remarkable how fast learners they are.
There were some things that worked well in online teaching. The pace was spread out. That was convenient. And the technology worked pretty well, so those features I think worked well. But I did notice that students were noticeably less engaged during online teaching. Often students would have their cameras off or just seem distracted. It's a completely different feeling being in the classroom with students, building the energy in the classroom. The students are building off each other's, they're feeding off each other's energy. I think it's my view that there is a certain magic that happens in the classroom, and it's hard to replicate that online. My hope and expectation is that the students will have a great educational experience. It's a very intense week that we learn together, and I hope they'll take a lot of knowledge home from that week.
Yeah, I think when you teach online, you don't get that personal touch where you can sort of look at the facial expressions and the body language and see if people understand. And it's harder for students, to come up to you in the break to ask questions. And so I think you lose a lot online. Of course, it's practical, we can be at home, but I think it's not the right learning experience for a class like this. I'm very happy to be here in person.
In terms of suggestions, I would say for a career in finance, it is useful to have theory, like the theory that we teach here at FDSM. It's also important to have an understanding of practical aspects of the market, so read the papers, read the financial press, kind of keep up to date with those things. I think that's important in terms of a suggestion. With respect to encouragement, I think these folks are very talented. And I suspect they're going to go far. I will say, as one extra note, sometimes I get emails from students later telling me how they're doing. It's lovely. I didn't realize it was, I guess, Teachers' Day in China a couple of days ago, and a student sent me an email. I found that very touching. I love to hear what the students are up to and how they're succeeding.
Many times when you take this class the first time around, it can be a little confusing. It's quite difficult, and the topics are often kind of very abstract. So I would encourage the students to return to this material sort of again and again over the next year, because once you start seeing it multiple times, it really sinks in. So I would just encourage the students to keep reading and keep studying this material, and then they will really have the reward at the end of the road. Yeah.